everyone.
Welcome or welcome back to Life with Angie and James.
I'm your girl Angie.
I'm your boy James, and we're back with another video.
Today's video is another one for all of our fellow picnicpreneurs out there. We're gonna be sharing things that we wish we knew before entering this business. First things first, let's talk about inventory. I know, because we're guilty of it too. You walk into the store, you're in Hobby Lobby, picture it now, you're in Home Goods. And you walk in and you're just like, ooh, poof, ooh, pillow, ooh, blanket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was imagining it.
You imagine it, right? And then don't walk in Hobby Lobby and see that they have the sale you've been waiting on, because then all of us are picking up everything, every charger, every plate, everything. You don't need it. Trust me, you don't need it. James and I have learned, especially earlier on in our business, that there was a lot of things that we purchased that we never even used, and it was a waste of money. And at the end of the day, we have to remember this is a business, so you have to keep your costs low and your profits high. Because if you just keep buying all these things and you're never making money for it, what's the use? Keep your inventory down. You really don't need that much. Remember that less is more most of the time, and you don't have to buy everything with every sale. Put it down, sis.
Next, you want to think about pricing. When it comes to pricing your luxury picnics, you want to make sure you're not charging too little or too much for your business and your service. 3 things you can take a look at to kind of dictate how much you should charge: environment, competition, and what you offer. If you're in somewhere like South Florida where there are a lot of tourists, a lot of visitors who are willing to spend money to be at a beach or see a waterfront, you can charge upwards to $300-400 for your luxury picnics. Take a look at your competitors, look at other picnicpreneurs and see how much they're charging for their picnics, and you can kind of gauge where you should be at. Also, take a look at what they have and what you have, and see where you fit in when it comes to your decor, your services, your add-ons, and everything like that. So you want to look at those 3 things and make sure that you're in line with your competitors. That way you're not getting robbed, but you're not overly charging for your area.
Another thing with pricing is too, you have to stick to your pricing. People will reach out to you and say, hey, I see that you have, a simple setting, but what if I don't want the umbrella? Will you take money off? No. It starts minimum at whatever price that you have listed. Just because they want to take things away does not mean that you take money away, because again, it's your time, your effort, and all of these things, and your package is your package. So don't change your prices for people just because they want to take things away, or don't let people lowball you. Is what we're trying to say. You are worth what you are worth. And people may think sometimes that, oh, maybe if I don't go to an event planner and I go to one of these luxury picnic people because they don't see it all the time as the same thing. It's the same thing, right? We do event planning as well. So as well as the luxury picnics, it's all the same thing. So sometimes they might say, oh, I can probably get a better deal if I go to a smaller business. Like, don't let people take advantage of you, because you are a creative person, you are a businesswoman or man, and you are working hard every single day to deliver a quality product to your customers and your clients. So do not lowball yourself or allow people to lowball you. Just saying. Yeah. We've learned that.
They will try.
They will try, and stick to your guns. And if not, the right customers that you're looking for will find you and will pay your prices. One thing James and I always do is we check for red flags in our inquiry stage. When we get an inquiry from a future client, whatever it may be, we kind of see how they are as a client. You know what I mean? So like, for example, we've had clients where our inquiries will expire after a certain point, because it's only fair that we keep that slot open for everybody, right? So if you're taking way too long, and I mean days, to like respond back, and we're asking you for certain details and you're kind of ignoring it, just any type of red flags we start to pick up during our inquiry process, we may just not take that client in their event. Another thing that James and I have learned, like seriously learned, is that bigger does not always equate to better. What do I mean by this? Man, I'll never forget how excited James and I were when we first got our first inquiry for more than 10 people. Especially when you are a smaller business at the time and you're getting maybe 2, maybe 4 if you're lucky, kind of a thing. Which, by the way, you guys, are our favorites to do.
Yes, 2 to 4. 2
to 4s, that's the sweet spot. If you're a smaller business and say you just really started and you've only had a few picnics, you haven't had that break-even point, you're not really making that much of a profit, but you get approached to do, say, a picnic for 15 people. It may sound like, woo, like that's amazing, I can make money doing this, but you have to think, do you have the inventory for 15 people? Do you have storage for 15 people? Do you have transportation to carry things for 15 people? All these things cost money.
Yes.
So sometimes, it may be exciting and tempting to always take the bigger parties and things like that, but you really have to stop as a business person sometimes and think to myself, like yourself, is this actually profitable? Or are you just making back what you're gonna spend to throw or host this event in the first place and barely making anything afterwards? Because if that's the case, it's not worth it. Because what you have to also think about, picnicpreneurs, is after the event. Once the event is done, you have all these tables in your home or your storage facility that you're paying for monthly. You have all these items and things that are just sitting there. Are you ever gonna use them again? So before you take these larger parties and things like that, always keep in mind, will I be able to constantly use these things and constantly make money for the things that I've taken the time to go find and things like that? Because if not, sometimes you gotta say no. And just to kind of piggyback off of that too quickly, James and I have pulled back a lot from custom events for this reason, because we love doing that for our clients. But if somebody wants some type of red heart theme, Valentine's, Cupid's arrow thing, how often are we gonna use that compared to the usual everyday thing? So sometimes it's not worth the investment if you're not really gonna make a good return on it.
So the next thing you don't want to do as a picnicpreneur or a luxury picnic planner or an event planner is you do not want to jump the gun. If they haven't solidified their booking by paying a deposit or a down payment, you don't want to go out and spend money on inventory, because one, it messes up your calculations. So you want to use their money to buy their stuff for that event. You don't want to use the money out of your own pockets or money from past picnic. You want to make sure that you're making a good profit when it comes to doing these events. So always, always, always wait until they have paid their deposit before you go out spending your own money. Some people cancel on you.
We learned the hard way. If they do cancel on you, because James and I learned this in the very early stages when we were just kind of still doing trial and error. If that contract is not signed and they cancel on you last minute, or they're no show and they haven't even paid you yet, you're stuck. You did all of that, you get nothing back. Maybe you can return your stuff at the store, maybe whatever the case may be, but you took all that time and effort to put into something. So make sure you have your deposit and that contract is signed, that agreement, whatever you have in place. Another important thing that James and I always make sure to do is stay up to date. What do we mean by this? We mean stay up to date with all the current regulations and requirements for our business. Because the honest truth about this is, you guys, a lot more picnicpreneurs are coming up, and it's amazing to see that this industry is flourishing. That's so great to see, especially when we see all of you becoming successful and things like that. So with that being said, cities and states, they're seeing this and they want a piece of that pie. So whereas before maybe you didn't need a permit, you probably need a permit now. Or if before you only needed a permit, we've even seen, we got comments about like photo permission certificates and things like that.
Pay like a commercial
photo license. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
A commercial photo license, things like that. So what James and I like to do every quarter, or at least every 6 months to annually, James and I will call our contacts at the cities that we work with, and we'll check like, hey, has anything changed? And they know too, like, let us know please if anything changes, like keep us up to date. So we'll make sure, like, do we still only need this permit? Is the price still this? And we of course get everything in writing. So if anybody ever tries you have your backup. But just stay up to date with what's going on for your business to make sure that you're still protecting you and your business. Today's picnicpreneur shout out goes to California Dreaming Picnic Co. Gotta pull you up, girl or guy. Yay, there she is. We believe your name is Suzanne. So hi, Suzanne. Thank you so much for supporting us and commenting under our videos and being part of the family. Everybody, right now, we have your information up. Her website is www.californiadreamingpicnicco.com. Go ahead, give her a follow, give her a couple likes, show some support to one another. And remember, comment your business information down below, but without the @ sign, because we've got some more comments that we're like, oh, we want to respond, but we can't even respond to them, you guys. So don't put the @ sign, just put like IG, a couple spaces, and then your name or something, you know what I mean? So they don't flag you. But thank you, Suzanne, so much for watching our videos and supporting, and you guys go support her with hers as well.
We have a big announcement coming. When we get to that 1,000 subscriber goal,
there might be a little giveaway to open up this other chapter. That's gonna come once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. But again, thank you guys so much. Probably by the time we post this, we'll be at like 800.
Probably, yeah. Thank you all for watching. See y'all in the next video. Like always, you know, I love you, she love you, we love you. Peace.